What's going on, everybody? Welcome. I do apologize for having that clock tick down twice. For some reason, I hit the wrong button and it started all over. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Sheriff Edward is in the house, cleaning the house. What is going on? Good morning. I see you guys creeping in. Truth Fondue, Shane, Joe Free says, good morning, everyone. I see that members-only video was an easy winner. I was so busy I missed it. That sucks. But Kyle nailed that over. North Carolina, Virginia over. I even said there'd be over 80 points scored, and damn straight that it was. Congrats to everybody there. Everybody else that is tuning in. Jesus, good morning. Says he started with $100 for all of FC's MMA between Bellator and the UFC and ended up with $1,700. Congrats, my brother. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. FC had a huge night last night, winning both maxes. William tuning in via text. Good morning, my brother. Sheriff Edward says, you all know what day it is today. Damn straight, baby. Bring the heat. Sunday NFL guarantee day today. Means money in the bank. Cash it now. Jose Lopez, good morning. Seth, good morning. Says, happy NFL Sunday. 18 holes before them boys game. Enjoy your round of golf. Yeah, Jesus, it was definitely a good night. Truth Fondue says he gave out the Michigan State money line last night or yesterday. I know I did. It was the first lean that I gave out. Michigan State plus the 7, as well as the money line. Plus 210. Whoever else, Daryl Brooks, good morning. Mr. Brooks, good morning. Just rolling through the list. Jose Lopez, I think I already got you, but either way, good morning. Nathan, good morning. LT, good morning. From the LT from New Orleans, I hope you're doing okay, brother. Hope you're rebuilding after the hurricane. Rich, good morning. James, good morning. Shapendi, good morning. Ronald, good morning. Says Eagles money line today. Good morning, everyone. Speaking of the Eagles, I'm going to show you a fly, baby, fly parlay that is a monster, is an absolute monster, and I believe the 5-team same-game parlay that I bet for $500 at FanDuel that pays back $22,755.64 is going to cash. And I'm going to show that all with you guys here in a little bit. Little Heat, good morning. Shapendi, good morning. Jason, good morning. Rare Pair, good morning. Just rolling through the comment section. Jeff, my brother, good morning. T-Money, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Seth says that effing damn clown. We're going to play it again. Mr. Brackens, good morning. Mr. KD, Keith Davis himself, good morning. Brandon, good morning. Alex, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Mike Hockey, good morning. Don't forget the big Sunday NFL guarantee play. Cashing big last week. Last year we rattled off, I think it was either 10 straight wins or 11 straight wins. Then we pushed, and then we came back and won one. And then before we dropped our very first one, it was either in week 12 or week 13 of last year. These things were absolute money, and they're going to continue to be money this year. And if you're not on it, now's the time, boys and girls. $50 comes with the big guarantee. Guaranteed to win, you get the next one free. It's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one. That is for sure. Alrighty, so what do we got planned for today? Well, Bob, we're going to take a look at some NFL action. If we have time, which I doubt that we will, we'll take a look at some Major League Baseball as well. Because I do believe that there are some gems in baseball today. that iPad plugged back in. And I'm ready to have some fun today. Ready to have some fun today. Ready to make some more money. Last night, was a good one. To say the least. To say the least, last night was a good day. And going to continue to have a lot of fun. We're going to continue that winning trend today. Jesus, you love it today? Me too. Matt B says, Kyle, what a Saturday. Saturday was fucking good. Saturday was definitely good. How about FC? Hands off to the guy. Not only does he nail his UFC max fight pick on Iwan Kutalaba, I mean, complete total domination in that fight. Never in doubt from start to finish, total domination. To the Bellator max fight pick, which, by the way, he continues his trend of never, ever, ever losing for you guys any of his Bellator max fight picks. FC is the fucking man. We will bring him on the show this week. We'll talk about UFC coming up because there is a big UFC International Fight Week this weekend. This next weekend coming up. Should definitely be a good one. Jesus says, back-to-back UFC cards. I started with $100 and ended with over $1,000. Thank you, FC. By the way, Jesus, I showed FC your text message last night before the very last fights when you were up over 1,200. You sent me the text message. I screenshotted it, and I sent it to him. He said he absolutely loved it. Yoel got beat up. Damn straight he did. Damn straight he did. Another washed-up UFC fighter. I mean, he got beat by a former UFC fighter, but hey. I'm sure he can still handle, some fighters, but he's definitely not in his prime, that's for sure. Yeah, Matt, he's definitely taken a lot of hits to the dome. That is for sure. That is for sure. Man, I got to tell you, I am loving this plus 4,451 parlay that I made. I cashed one of these last week for 10K. I was so close on, I bet 4 of them. 3 of them missed barely by 1. If you guys remember, I had that big 10K one that only needed Derrick Henry. Only needed a Derrick Henry anytime touchdown. And we missed that one. Missed a couple others. And I finally hit one last on Sunday. Was a nice big one. I think we're going to hit this one, and this one's huge. Jordan says, how about that members only play? Members only play was a good one. Blowout winner. I even said in the video, the Virginia game we'd be focusing on the over 80 points that they would be having. Jesus, I'll be showing it. I'll be showing it off when we get to that game. There's so many computers in this room. One of them's going out. I hear, computer not supposed to be making noise. Fucker about ready to short out on us. But yeah, no, I'll definitely show the parlay off. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, folks. You don't have to worry about that one. We're going to show it off. It's going to be fun. Matter of fact, I'm sending it over to the big iMac Pro right now. Sending it over to the big iMac Pro right now. Oop, apparently I just sent it like 4 times. But nonetheless, we did have we had a good show yesterday. Here's one that I was sweating that had our guaranteed Saturday on it. This is what I had remaining on one, guys. Take a look at this ticket. And we cashed it. It was a sweater all the way to the very end, that's for sure. Michigan laying 26.5, winner. Michigan State plus 6.5, winner. Cincinnati money line because I was scared. Didn't end up needing the money line towards the end of the game. And then the over 59.5. 500 pays $5,310.23. We cashed that one early yesterday. We'll take it. I'm going to show you something similar, but I'm going to show you guys a single game parlay that I put 500 on that pays well over $22K. Sheriff Edwards says Kyle's been clutch with the parlays and teasers lately. That was just one of a few. I had a good day yesterday. Hit 2 big parlays. We hit 2 big ones yesterday and a couple smaller ones. I did one towards the end of the night. I had Anthony Smith as well as the over 11.5 total points in the third quarter of the LSU game. What a fucking gimme. What a gimme. I bet the LSU third quarter total over twice to win 1,000, and then I did a $1,000 parlay with Anthony Smith, and that paid 3,000, so that was nice. But when I do show you guys that big same game parlay, no way do I recommend you guys betting what I bet unless your bankroll is what I bet. Alrighty, so let's jump right into it. Let's have some fun. I don't know where my live chat. Oh, there's my live chat. There's my live chat. Alrighty, so we're going to get everything up and running. That way we can start our fun process. Winning is fun. Excuse me. Yeah, Edward, that one Bellator guy, I had 4,000 in parlays that only needed him, and he totally fucked it up. It would have been a massive... Yesterday was a really big night. It would have been just absolutely extreme if somehow we could have cashed that one. And keep in mind, we're going to have plays on some of these games, so obviously not all of them will I be able to discuss. Obviously, and by the way, if you're not on our premium plays, you can pick up 3 days of them for $99. Or my personal plays or the soccer package. By the way, soccer had a great day yesterday as well. 2 wins and a push. 3 soccer plays today. They're all later. You haven't missed them. So if you're not on the soccer, you still have plenty of time to get on board the soccer. Just want to point that out. Alrighty, so we're going to bounce around from game to game. We're going to start with the Texans and the Browns. Texans and the Browns. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, 1-0. And by the way, Jacksonville, I wonder if I have a screenshot. I don't know if I have a screenshot of it. Jacksonville money line last week cost me 2 parlays, massive parlays, for a total of 50 grand. Jacksonville on the money line last week completely got me. They did. They absolutely, completely got me. They fooled me. They baited me in. And they left me hanging. You guys remember I had that huge money line parlay that had 4 dogs in it. And we cashed every single one of them except Jacksonville. And the damn thing paid over $50K for the parlay. I mean, and it was a little bet. It was a little bet. And that's all we needed was Jacksonville. Oh, my Lord. I don't even know why I'm looking for it. I'm still sore. Even every time I think of Jacksonville, I just think of that right now. Jesus, I'm all for it. He should resign, and USC should say, hey, the NFL's not for you. Here's $100 million. Come to the Trojans. Maybe not 100. Give him 50. Give him a 4-year, $50 million contract to start fucking recruiting and getting the talent back to USC. That's what they should do. Show them the money. All right, so anyways, back to the Texans. Texans got the job done in week 1, 37-21. Everybody counted out the Texans, including myself. All the drama, horrible preseason. Didn't expect much out of them. And they stomped us. Houston 8-2 in their last 10 games against the spread against Cleveland. Cleveland 9-1 against the spread at home against resilient defenses allowing more than 17.15 yards per point. Cleveland 6-0-1 to the under. After playing the week after playing Jacksonville. Sorry, after their opponent is playing Jacksonville. Mike says, I don't think Lawrence is as good as everybody says. You know, obviously he's a rookie straight out, of college. He's going to take time to develop. He's going to take time to find his stride and his confidence and his persona on the field. It's going to take time. Is he good? He was obviously drafted number 1. We've seen a lot of number 1s go bust. But it's early. He's got 1 game in the NFL. You got to give him some slack there. And keep in mind, I don't care if he was playing for the Buccaneers and got a start. He's playing for Jacksonville. Keep that in mind. You're only as good as your supporting cast when you're the quarterback. They have to protect him. They absolutely have to protect him. Jesus, as an added bonus, just because you said that you need to get back on him, anybody who purchases the soccer package today, there's only 2 of them. 3 days for $99 or a year for $1,000. If you buy a soccer package today, myself personally, without asking permission, I will double it. Buy a year, get a year free. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free. So, there you go. Any soccer package will be doubled today. Mike, I agree. And again, a whole different defense. A whole different. This ain't college ball. He's going to take time to adjust. Some adjust faster than the others. You got to give the guy a little time to adjust. Generally speaking, as a rookie, you got years behind a veteran quarterback to learn. You know what I mean? I actually feel sorry for some of these rookies that have to come out and start in week 1. They're set up for disaster. They're set up, they're definitely not set up for success. Imagine being able to learn from one of these veteran quarterbacks. Watch and learn, and AKA develop. He was playing against boys. Now he's got grown men that are coming after his head. You know what I mean? You got to give the guy time to develop, in my opinion. And unfortunately, in today's day and age of being forced to win, if you're not winning, you're out. And because obviously winning is everything. These teams are forced to use their draft picks because there are no available veterans for them to bring in to learn from behind. I mean, what are you going to do? Bring in Andy Dalton? You're going to let your number one draft pick learn from the pencil dick Rocket? Rich says, ask Andrew Luck what it's like playing behind a non-existent offensive line, right? Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, all these players that have been plagued with injuries because they're not protected. There's a lot of quarterbacks that could have been great, elite level, had they had the protection and the supporting cast around them. Live to win? Exactly. Edward just dropped the hammer. Said the NFL is full of players that are good. There's a reason why they're in the NFL, and me and you are sitting here on a Sunday, and you guys are on YouTube, and I'm broadcasting on YouTube, all right? It's because we're definitely not good enough to make the NFL. Some of us are, and there's actually some former NFL players that are customers of ours and viewers. The rest of Edward's comment, college teams have a handful of good players at best. Fact. It's the reason why they're not all in the NFL. Perfect comment, Edward. Says pro game is a different speed. Yeah, speed it up times 4, maybe 5. Let me tell you, a big difference. Rich, which one are you talking about? Talking about Luck? Exactly. Rich says Lamar Jackson level. We're going to find out today if Lamar's able to win against another elite quarterback. Probably not. Shane says for a quarterback to be good, he needs a good offensive line. And then he needs receivers. And then he needs a running back to be able to run the ball, which will open up and make his job passing the ball a lot easier. But anyways, all right, so back to Houston and Cleveland because we're getting way off topic, which, by the way, I don't mind being off topic. I like being off topic. I like you. Have a cupcake. I don't know what video my daughter was watching yesterday, but all I heard was, I like you. Have a cupcake. All right, so pulling up the live odds for this one, courtesy of our friends over at betonline.ag. The Texans come in at nearly plus 2 touchdowns against the Browns. The Texans are plus 13.5. Jesus, hold that comment for us for the next breakdown. We'll talk about that one. The Texans are plus 13.5, minus 108, which means you can get them at plus 14, minus $1.18. The Browns are laying 13.5. I don't care if the Browns were playing UCLA. All right? I just can't see the Browns as a 13.5 point favorite with Baker Mayfield. Now, the Browns, having dropped their first game of the season, losing to Kansas City 33-29, it was looking really good for the Browns. And at the end of the day, the Browns do Brown things kind of like Thursday Night Football, and the gosh damn Giants do giant things. Like giantly piss away a fucking game. No, I'm not mad about that. I'm just bitter. Everybody's writing off the Texans, including myself. However, The Browns laying 13.5. Well, Beckham was no help to them last week, obviously, as he was out anyway, so I wouldn't expect that to be a deciding factor. And even if he was in, probably end up being a distraction anyways. Seems like a trap. I ain't laying 13.5 on anybody. All right? I ain't laying 13.5 on anybody. The Texans plus 13.5. Let's take a look. The Texans had 160 yards a game or 160 yards in their game on the ground. They averaged 3.9 yards per carry. They averaged 280, or not average, but they had 289 yards in the air. They averaged 8.8 yards per passing attempt. They had 74 offensive snaps. 41 of them were on the ground. They'll be going up against a Browns defense that just gave up 33 points to Patty and the boys. Cleveland held Kansas City's run game in check. However, Kansas City only ran the ball 23 times for 73 yards. They did air it out at a 9-yard per passing attempt average at 324 yards. Matt B says, yeah, the Browns almost did it to Kansas City last week. Almost, but at the end of the day, the Browns did Brown things. They were -2 on turnovers. -2 on turnovers. Let's take a look at what Cleveland did offensively. They had 153 yards on the ground. Excellent number, 5.9 yards per carry. They had the ball for 54 offensive snaps. 54. They had 304 yards in the air, 10.9 yards on average per passing attempt. Mayfield threw for 321 overall. Sacked twice. 1 interception. 0 passing touchdowns. Old Chubb ran for 83 yards on 15 running attempts. Ran the ball just 15 times. Between Hunt and Chubb, even Landry had a rushing touchdown. Browns with the trick plays, absolutely. You know Houston will be paying attention for those. The Texans defense held Jacksonville, keep in mind it was Jacksonville, to 76 yards rushing. However, they gave up 319 in the air. They limited them to 6.3 yards on average per passing attempt, though. As all Lawrence had to throw the ball, like 50-something times in his NFL debut. As far as today's game goes, Texans. First one out of the gate. I'm betting the Texans. I'm going to buy it up a half a point to lay $1.18 and get it at +2 touchdowns. I don't care who you are. They're all in the NFL for a reason. Now, maybe they get just blown the fuck out. And maybe I'm completely wrong on this one. But I'm going to be honest. I don't think that I am. I don't think that I am. Put it in the comment section. Free play, the Houston Texans +14 minus $1.18. Lock it in, folks. Lock it in. Just think about adding this to a 21 or to a 7.5 point teaser. Or a 3-team 10-point teaser. I just don't see how they don't cover that number. I mean, imagine getting them at +21. +23.5. +23.5. There's definitely some Some good-looking stuff out there. I bet with the GOAT. I bet with Dr. FC. I love it. I love the name change. I love the name change. Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta tell you, there's definitely some good teaser opportunities today with the lines that there are today. There definitely are. All right, so moving right along. Imagine taking the Texans, maybe one of these totals and teasing it down 10 points, and then adding in the Buccaneers. Would be a hell of a tease right there. It's Alibaba. Thank you for joining us. I love it. I love it. All right, so free play Texans plus the 14. Joshua says, I'll play with the Browns in Madden, but can't take them today. You know, I wouldn't take anybody laying 14. Nope, not happening. Not happening. All right, so we're going to bounce around. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's take a look at the one that I made the free play on. Bengals and the Bears. Start with the Bengals. Holy Bengals notched a victory in week 1. They came in at a 3-point underdog, and they won by 3, beating the Vikings 27-24. They won. They covered the spread. The game went over the total of 47.5. The Bengals had 149 yards rushing at 4.1 yards per carry. They had 217 yards in the air at 8 yards per passing attempt. And then their defense. Their defense held the Vikings in check to just 67 rushing yards, but they did get torched in the air at 336. However, they were held to 6.7 yards per passing attempt. They ended up +1 on turnovers in last week's game. The Bengals 6-0-1 against the spread. Their last 7 games on the road before having to play the Steelers. Interesting number right there. The Bears 4-11 against the spread in their last 15 games against mistake-free offenses, averaging less than 1.3 turnovers per game. When the Bears play an offense that is averaging less than 1.3 turnovers a game, the Bears are just 4-11 against the spread. The Bears 21-4 in their last 25 games at home. To the under. 21-4 when playing at home, the game has gone under after they've had a game with a turnover margin of -2 or worse. So when they end a game -2 or worse, and in the next game they're at home, those games have gone under 21 of the 25 times. Just putting that out there. Line on this one was the Bengals +1.5. It's now +2. And I expect to possibly, let's take a look at that money aspect of this one, see where the money's coming in. See where the money's coming in on this one. By the way, that Cleveland game, 60% of all the money is on Cleveland laying the points. 55% of all the against the spread bets, money and tickets right now are coming in on the Bears, just 45% on the Bengals. So 55% of the money coming in is on the Bears. Bengals have the money line at 52% of all the money coming in, and 65% are on the over on this game. Joshua says the Bears with Dalton. Pencil Dick Red Rocket, the Pencil Dick Rocket, Andy Dalton. Yeah, no, I'll fade them every single time. I'll fade them every single time, and I think at the end of the season, you would be very successful. Now, these two teams haven't faced off in 4 years, so throw that 33-17 repeat right out the window. As far as today's game and what to expect, first of all, let's take a look at the Bears and their 34-14 loss to the Rams. Now, they ran the ball exceptionally well. They had 134 yards rushing. They averaged 5.2 yards per carry. You average 5.2 yards per carry and you can't win? That's right. You only had 188 yards in the air with Pencil Dick Rocket. Andy Dalton doing Andy Dalton things. He had 206 in the air, 1 interception, 0 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 72.9. The Pencil Dick Rocket did Pencil Dick Rocket things. We'll get that frozen screen fixed. That's an ugly face. I look ugly. I mean, I'm a handsome guy, but man, that face makes me look mean. All right. As far as this game goes, I already gave out a free play on it, and if you don't already know, now you know. It's in our daily free play video. And the line is better now. We're rolling with the dog here. Because I think today there is going to be some dogs barking. We need a sound effect of some dogs barking. We need some big dogs. I like it. Bengals plus the 2 is better than plus 1.5, let me tell you. Watch some big bets come in on the Bears. The Bears will do Bears things. The Bears will fuck everybody over, and we'll be gloating when the Bengals are 2-0 and we cash a ticket on them. Now, the difference of plus 2 minus $1.10 and plus 110 on the money line is not enough value for me to bet the money line. I'll take the 2 points in case they lose by 2. I'm pushing. They lose by a single point. We win. That's what I'd be rolling with. Edward. Yeah, Joshua, again, your quarterback is only as good as the protection that they give you and the route runners that run the damn routes. All right, next one we're going to talk about Raiders and the Steelers. Now, we've got to play on the total here. All right, we've got to play on the total, so we're going to focus in on the side on this game. Interesting total. Pittsburgh held the Bills in check to just 16 total points last week. They beat them 23-16. Steelers got the job done. Steelers had 75 measly rushing yards. Steelers still continue to have problems running the ball. They averaged a measly 3.6 yards per carry. They averaged 177. Not average, but they had 177 in the air at 5.5 yards per passing attempt. The Raiders, on the other hand, fucking Raiders, ruined our huge teaser last week with a game-winning touchdown in OT when they should have just kicked the damn field goal. However, the Raiders had 82 rushing yards. They averaged 3.9 yards per carry. And they had that massive 409 yards in the air. Derek Carr did Derek Carr things. 435 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception with a passer rating of 89.5. Big Ben played clean, 188 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 0 interceptions by Big Ben. Now, I think it's definitely something to make sure that we pay attention to the defenses and what to expect. And yes, Raiders running back Josh Jacobs is out today. However, his replacement, I think, will have a very successful game. The Raiders on defense, they did give up 27 total points. They gave up 189 yards rushing the ball. They gave up 217 in the air. They ended up +1 in the turnover department when it was all said and done. The Steelers gave up 117 yards rushing. They gave up 4.7 yards per carry. And they gave up 254 in the air at 5 yards per passing attempt. They ended up +1 on turnovers. They ended up with a win. Steelers 35-17-2. Dating back 10 flipping years against strong passing teams that average more than 7.10 yards per passing attempt. The Raiders just 3-12 in their last 15 games against the spread on the road after coming off a win. The Raiders covering a spread after having a straight-up victory in their last 15 games, they've done it just 3 times. 0 inconsistency. The Raiders, 26-8-1 to the over in their last 10 years against resilient defenses that allow more than 17.15 yards per point. Gene says the Raiders get smashed, Pitt all day. It's coming, Ronald. It's coming. You gotta wait, though. You gotta wait. As far as this game goes, the Steelers are laying 6. The Raiders come in +6. I just can't see how the Raiders go into Heinz Field and beat the Steelers today. But, as Edward just said, Ben Roethlisberger, Ben's stock is dropping, in my opinion. Says, let that man retire, Jesus. I agree. I agree. My stock in Big Ben is rapidly declining. I think that the Steelers get the job done, but I think it's a close game. I think 6 points is a lot here. I really do. Regardless of the fact that Jacobs is out, wait till the public starts waking up in the next hour. See where this line goes. You might be able to get it even higher, 6.5, then you can buy it up to 7. Because I'm going to be honest, 72% of all the money is on Pittsburgh laying the 6 points. Just 28% back in the Raiders. Now, I could be completely wrong on this one. And this is why it's just a lean. It is cross-country, short notice. Absolutely tough week. Absolutely. Rich says he can't retire too many lawsuits to pay off, right? As far as this one goes, Vegas plus the 6, but I advise waiting. I think the line will probably go higher. 72% of all the money is rolling in on Pittsburgh. Give it another hour. We'll probably be at 6.5 before game time. Maybe 7. So I would kick back and wait. All right, moving on down the list, because we're just going to bounce around from a couple games here. Bills and the Dolphins. Can the Bills start the year 0-2? Can the Bills get beat by the Dolphins? I mean, they were favored to win the AFC East coming into the season. And yet here we are with the Dolphins looking for their second win of the season. 1-0 straight up, 1-0 against the spread. The game did go under in their game against the Patriots. They won 17-16. They probably should have lost that game. Miami 9-1 against the spread at home. under head coach Flores. Let me repeat that. Miami 9-1 against the spread at home with their current head coach. The line on this one has the Bills on the road laying 3.5, minus $1.12, plus 3.5, minus 108 for the Dolphins. Buffalo 9-1 to the under, their last 10 games on the road after a conference straight-up loss. Now, in the last 12 games that they've played each other, the total has gone over 9 of those 12 times, 9-2-1. Taking a look at Miami's defense, they gave up 125 yards on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry. They gave up 268 in the air at 6.9 yards per passing attempt. The Bills had 117 yards rushing and 254 in the air, and they still lost to Big Ben. Miami's offense, they won against the Patriots in New England. And they won that game with 74 yards on the ground and 185 yards in the air. Miami, no way. Absolutely no way. How this line is not 6.5 or 7. The only reason it's not 6.5 or 7 is there's some overreaction on what's going on with the Bills and what they did not produce in week 1. It's the only reason why this is 3.5. This will be the last time you guys get a gimme like this with the Bills. I don't have $1 on this game. More than likely, I'm definitely going to bet it. I just can't see how the Bills go down 2 games this season. I don't see how they don't come back, bounce back, and absolutely demolish Miami. Something is a little skeptic to me, and it does have me wanting to put it out as a lean, and that's just my opinion. I honestly think Miami gets murdered here. But again, I'm not going to... if I bet it, it'll be small. If I bet it, it will be small. They're minus 3.5, laying $1.12. Maybe buy it down a half a point to get the hook just in case for some reason something happens. But I don't think you're going to need it. They're laying 191 on the money line. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Do lean towards the Bills here. All right. Continuing to move on down the list. Rams and the Colts. Rams and the Colts. Another one. I don't have $1 on this game. I had some people text me saying, I know you're on the Rams today. They're only laying 4 against the Colts. I'm not. Rams on the road. Maybe if they were at home, I would like it. If the Rams were at home, I would like it. However, the Rams are not at home. Obviously, they put the beat down on the Bears, who are going to get the beat down by the Bengals today. Now, the Colts got the beat down from Seattle 28-16. They were a 3-point dog. The game went under the total. Raymond says Colts Nation. Jason says Rams. Jesus, yeah, we'll have a members play today. It'll be out after this video. We're only going to be live for maybe 15 more minutes. 15, 20 more minutes. But as far as this game goes, first of all, taking a look at the numbers, Rams come in laying 4 minus 205 on the money line, over and under set at 47.5 points. Taking a look at the defenses and what happened, the Rams gave up 14 points. They gave up 134 on the ground, 5.2 yards per running attempt. They gave up 188 in the air, only 188 in the air, but keep in mind who the Rams were playing. Pencil Dick Rocket. The Colts gave up 140 yards on the ground and 241 in the air. Matthew Stafford should have a field day today with that Colts defense. The Rams won 5-1 on the road their last 7 games against the spread after playing the Bears. They've been a major letdown every single time, with the exception of once out of the last 8 games. T-Money, I don't do a lot of props. I'll do a couple fun ones here and there, but I'm not a big prop guy. Now I'm going to show you guys a big, same game parlay here in a little bit. Wentz versus Stafford. My money would be rolling with Stafford, but I'm not a big fan of the 4. I do lean towards the Rams. I'm not a fan of laying the 4, though, but I do like the over 47.5 in this one. I do like the over 47.5 in this one, though. Jesus said Stafford's going to win MVP. All right. We're going to talk about I'd like to talk about the Patriots and the Jets, but I honestly think it's going to be a boring game. Minnesota and Arizona. Arizona's home opener is today. They absolutely dominated the Titans last week, 38-13. Kyler Murray had an awesome game. Arizona and company had 136 yards on the ground, 4.1 yards per carry, 280 in the air at 8.8 yards per passing attempt. They held the Titans and Derrick Henry in check to 86 rushing yards and 162 in the air. Arizona is 1-9 against the spread their last 10 games at home versus an opponent who's coming off a straight-up loss. The Vikings are coming off their loss to the Bengals, 27-24. The Vikings had 67 rushing yards at 3 yards per carry and 336 in the air at 6.7 yards per passing attempt. They're going to be going up against an Arizona defense that gave up just 86 yards rushing and 162 in the air. The Vikings defense did give up 149 on the ground and 217 in the air. Kyler Murray goes off and has a big game today. In Kirk Cousins, we do not trust. Kyler is definitely a wild card. Edward, I'm going to find that video so we can air it. Jets, all right? So that way we can play that video again. That was a fun video. As far as this one goes, Kyler Murray and company get the job done. They're laying 3.5. They're minus 195 on the money line. I don't like the half. Maybe buy it down a half a point. Arizona laying 3 sounds a lot better. But just in case Arizona does Arizona things and they somehow screw it up, I don't think they do, though. I think Arizona comes out. I think they have an amazing game at home. I don't have $1 on this one. As far as the total goes, over and under 50.5. I've gone back and forth, and I've decided just to stay away. All right, so the last one that we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about that 49ers and Eagles game. Now, this one I do have a same-game parlay that I'm going to fucking cash. And this parlay, 500 wins me over $22,000. And we are going to cash it. No doubt about it. Jalen Hurts reuniting with Receiver Smith from Alabama. I think that's going to be a duo to watch, as long as they both stay healthy. Both of these teams 1-0 with San Francisco getting their beat down. It wasn't a beat down. They allowed the Lions to come back. It was 41-33. The fact that they gave up 33. The fact that they gave up 33 points in last week's game. They got torched in the air, 314 in the air, 116 on the ground. 49ers were -1 in the turnover department. 49ers had 131 yards rushing, 4.7 yards per carry, and 311 in the air. A massive 12 yards per passing attempt for Garoppolo, who threw for 314, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and had that huge passer rating of 124.2. However, on the other side, Jalen Hurts threw for 264, 3 passing touchdowns, and had that great quarterback rating of 126.4. The 49ers are 8-2 in their last 10 games against the spread against resilient defenses, allowing more than 17.15 yards per point. The Eagles' numbers, 20-5 to the under out of the last 25 games at home after a conference straight-up win. The Eagles are at home, and they're catching 3 points. They're plus 125 on the money line. The total on this one, over and under 49. First half numbers, Eagles plus 2.5, 49ers laying 2.5. Total over and under 23.5. First quarter, over 9.5. At our friends over at betonline.ag. As far as this one goes, as far as the actual game goes and what to expect, that Eagles defense gave up 124 on the ground and 136 in the air. Keep in mind, they were playing Matt Ryan, who should have definitely had more in the air. They didn't. And they didn't. Now, this is one of your early games. Primetime Yoke, where can you do same-day parlays? I know you can on FanDuel. As far as the side of the game goes, I lean towards the Eagles, but I'm not betting it. I do lean towards the Eagles today at home. I think they keep it close. DraftKings now allows same-game parlays as well. But again, I'm steering clear of it. As far as the side on this game goes. But I am taking a look. Jalen Hurts. Passing touchdowns over 1.5. Is plus 100 even money. Nevrez, good morning. I think Jalen will have over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Now, let's see here. I was trying to see if some other stuff here. Devontae Smith plus 650 to have the first touchdown of the game. Plus 650 to have the first touchdown of the game. It's kind of enticing. kind of enticing. All right, so popping up the first quarter. Give me 1 second, folks. Let's see here. Devontae Smith, anytime touchdown, plus 210. I like. I like that one, just so you guys know. Jesus says, hit the thumbs up. By the way, the poll is spinning. Says, hit the thumbs up, and then get on the guaranteed play and sign up for the members only. By the way, our big Sunday NFL guaranteed plays, we have owned these things for years, all right? We put a big guarantee on it for everybody that doesn't know. Guaranteed to win, or you will get the next one free. It is a whopping $50. It's a whopping $50. There's one way. Actually, there's two ways. To get it. The first way, go to the website, cappersdirect.com, click on the Guaranteed tab, scroll down. You'll see it, Sunday Guarantee Play. $50, guaranteed to win, you get the next one free. The other option is in the combo package. That great combo package, a week of premium plays, a week of my personal plays. You get guaranteed Sunday. You'll get the next guaranteed Saturday as well, the next UFC Max Fight Pick for one low price of $300. I just posted a link in there. If you guys are betting on sports, let's build that bankroll, and this is the one to do it on. So I do like Devontae Smith anytime touchdown. But I have to say, let's see here. I don't know if it's... I am seeing a first quarter total on DraftKings over 7.5 in this game. Minus $1.30. I can easily see a touchdown and a field goal by somebody in the first quarter of this game. That I can. All right, so, and by the way, I just bet it, all right? I just bet it. I don't know if you guys can see it. $650 to win $500, cash out $1150. 49ers and the Eagles, first quarter over 7.5. Minus $1.30. All right, so here's the fun. Here is going to be the fun. I want to see how I can somehow and I don't think that I can. I'm trying to get this overlaid. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to post up my five-teamer. So that way you guys can see it. All right. Almost have it ready for you guys. Oop, oop, oop. Hit the wrong buttons here. There we go. Give me 1 second here. Man. You know, give me 1 second. All right. I'm going to make it so we can see this here. So hang tight. We're almost getting there. I'm adjusting it so that way you guys will be able to see the screen properly. So bear with me 1 second. I promise it's going to be worth it when we cash a absolute monster of a ticket today. It will definitely be worth it. Hang tight. Almost there. Almost there, folks. All right. Everything is so slow and dragging on here. Okay, so how's this screen right here? How's that one right there, folks? All right. What is on the screen is what you call free money. Now, please, do not bet like me. Don't go and just go throw your whole bankroll on a plus 4,451 parlay. All right? But if you've stuck around, I believe this one cashes. And let's go over it. I put $500 for a total payout of $22,755.64 if this cashes. And not if, but when. Roughly about 1 p.m. on the East Coast, this game will cash. About 4 p.m. on the East Coast. Hopefully in the first half, we'll fucking be celebrating. Devontae Smith anytime touchdown. Devontae Smith alternate receiving yards at 40 plus. Jalen Hurts alternate passing yards at over 225. And then from the other team, Dallas Goedert anytime touchdown. He should get a rushing opportunity today. And then, or sorry, not a rushing touchdown. That's the wild card. Sorry, the Elijah Mitchell is the rushing touchdown. The Goedert is the wild card. The Dallas Goedert anytime touchdown, to me, is the wild card that we need to cash this. I think everything else, the other four, cash with ease. Now, I'm not going to lie. I bet the same thing without the Goedert anytime touchdown. Doesn't pay as nice because it was that extra anytime touchdown that really boosted it. But what I also did was I did a 4-teamer, and it pays plus 1,074. That has the exact same 4 minus the Goedert. Devontae Smith anytime touchdown. Devontae Smith at 40 plus yards. Receiving, that is. Jalen Hurts over 225 passing. And Elijah Mitchell for the 49ers to have a anytime touchdown. Mike says, did I miss the parlay, Edward? It's on the screen, right? You can't miss it. You can't miss it. And I know there's a little YouTube button literally right in the way of seeing it, so see if this helps at all. That should adjust it a little bit. Mike, you don't see it? Then you're obviously way behind us because it's on the screen. I guess it doesn't matter how big or small I raise that thing. The little red YouTube thing is always going to be in the way. But if you hover your mouse over it, you'll see different. Kind of like this little screen setup right here. Kind of like that screen setup. Edward, tell him to fast forward. He's obviously not here where we're talking. By the way, FanDuel in Arizona, Cardinals to cover. Last time I checked was the Cardinals were catching 120-something points. Spread the Cardinals are plus 130.5 right now. Max $50 wager. Fucking insane. Free money for us over here. 9 more customers till it gets to 131. I wish I could put everything on it. Edward says thumbs up for the GOAT. If you guys haven't already done so, please do hit that thumbs up button. And remember, please wager responsibly when betting a parlay. All right, guys, please wager responsibly. If you're not on board, by the way, you have until 4 p.m. Eastern time to get on board our big Sunday NFL Guarantee Plate. Going to be a great day today, guys. So don't miss out. You have until 4 p.m. Eastern time to get on board our big Sunday Guarantee Play. We're going to cash it again. Edward, those limits suck. I know. The only reason I do it is because it's free money. You know what I mean? By the way, FanDuel does have a risk-free $500 parlay, same-game parlay, any parlay in the NFL, or any parlay for 3 legs or more. And then they have a same-game NFL parlay for 4 legs or more that will refund you $250 no matter what. Win or lose, you get $250 in site credit on your parlay. Just so you guys know. Jesus, you put $25 on it. Very nice. What's the payout on 25? I would imagine it's what, $1,000? Well, $1,200 maybe, $1,100 on a $25 wager. Should be right around there. But good deal. Good deal. I hope we cash this one. I really do. It'd be fucking awesome. Jesus pays $900. Very nice. All right, folks. That is what I have for today. If you're not on board, now is the time to get off your asses. Get on board. You want to pick up 3 days of our premium plays or 3 days of my personal plays. By the way, I'm going 3-0 today. Just putting that out there right now. I'm going 3-0 today. So if you want to get on board, get on board. It's a great time to cash big. All right, we will be 3-0 today. That is for sure. So if you're not on board, now is the time. Now is the time. All right, folks, I am out. Please enjoy your day, and remember, to always wager responsibly. No matter what it is, a parlay for fun, a big bet, whatever the case may be, always make sure that you're wagering responsibly. All right, folks, I'm out. Enjoy your Sunday. Happy